I would like to give a shout out to Attila the Q for sending me this story. This actually came up in my live stream, and I said I couldn't speak on it because I didn't know enough information about it. But based on what I have read so far in this article that was sent to me, it is enough to make me pissed off because I am a HBCU graduate. Thankfully, not from the school that I'm about to be talking about. But this right here is not a good look for not only HBCUs, but a certain sorority. I'm not going to say the name of the sorority until I actually get into that part of the article. But this woman's name right here is Alicia Johnson, and she was recently indicted for pimping. You heard that correctly. Pimping. She was basically being a madam to these girls who were desperately trying to pay pledge fees in order to pledge and join Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. So basically, the girls were trying to pay the pledge fees, which, for those of you who don't know, cost a lot of money to be a part of, and basically had these girls doing sex acts with random men in order to pay their fee. And that's not all, because some more stuff came out, because now apparently there are, according to this article, six other men that were involved with this. So seven people total. I'm going to go ahead and read this article and see what else we can find out. It says a scandal that shocked the Fort Valley State University community has taken another turn. Law enforcement officials have now indicted two former college administrators and at least six black men in a salacious scandal that involved the sex trafficking of AKA sorority pledges. In April 2018, Rolling Out reported on a GBI investigation that was launched when it was revealed that a group of students desperate to pay pledge fees to join Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority resorted to prostitution. The alleged pimp for the students is Alicia Johnson, who resigned from her position at Fort Valley State University as an executive assistant working in the office of the president. According to media outlet WSB-TV, Johnson is not only an AKA, but also served as the faculty advisor for the FVSU chapter. She had been an employee at the school since 2004, and at the time of her resignation earned about $64,000 a year. Bibb County District Attorney David Cook announced charges against Johnson and six men at a press conference on Friday, October 19th, 2018. The six men that had been identified as Ernest Harvey, age 47, Kenneth Howard, age 56, Ryan Jenkins, age 35, Charles Jones, age 57, Arthur James Nance Jr., age 46, and Devontae Little, age 26. They have been charged with pandering and solicitation of sodomy over incidents that occurred during the 2017-2018 academic year at Fort Valley State. The arrest of Charles Jones caused further shock because he had multiple roles at FVSU. Before his abrupt resignation during the scandal, he served in positions that included Director of the Public Service Center, Chief Legal Officer, and Director of Government Relations. The alleged pimp mastermind Alicia Johnson was charged with 6 counts of pimping for providing the students to the men charged, and 6 counts of prostitution over her allegedly performing sex acts for money and gifts. In addition, Johnson was also charged with conspiracy to commit fiduciary, I hope I'm pronouncing that word correctly, theft on theft on allegations she conspired to take a student's scholarship money in October 2015. Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated is the nation's oldest black sorority, founded on the campus of Howard University in 1908. In the wake of the scandal, the Alpha Beta chapter of AKA at FVSU has been suspended by the national headquarters. The allegations of hazing and sexual misconduct were reported on a tip line and also to the office of the Title IX administrator on campus. This is some sad shit in more ways than one. Sad on the basis that this happened to these women. Sad that these individuals who were supposed to be looking out for them did all of this. Like this is just really messed up, and it is not a good look at all. See, it's bad enough that they have that a lot of HBCUs have this stigma already just because of who they are, who and what they are. But now it's bringing a lot of other things to light, and this is not a good look for the sorority as a whole. I mean, rightfully they had to suspend them, like rightfully so. But I've heard some stories about what goes on with sororities and fraternities. Me being in undergrad uh, at that time, but nothing like this. This is extreme. This is taking it to a whole nother level that I never would have even imagined. Like they literally were running a prostitution ring so these girls could pay their pledge fees. And this woman not only was their pimp, but she was out there being a prostitute her damn self. And she was making $64,000 a year. I guess she needed more money on the side, but then it said she was taking some other students' money at the same time in 2015. This woman is nothing but a shady crook. And she and the rest of the guys that's involved deserve all the jail time that I know they are going to receive. I'm like this, if you can't afford to pay your pledge fees, and you can't get any sponsors or things of that nature to help you raise some money, then maybe you shouldn't worry about pledging at that time and maybe graduate and join the grad chapter. Once you find some employment, because they do have the grad chapter option, and then go ahead and do it. It's not that bad, but I know why people don't want to do grad chapter because the experience is a whole lot different opposed to undergrad. Like if you never went to an HBCU and you've never seen well, of course you wouldn't see the process because it's really kind of underground, so you won't see the process unless you're on. You know what? I'm gonna just stop talking because I'm about to say a little too much. I never pledged, but I'm gonna just leave it at that. Some of you who may be in those fraternities or sororities would know exactly what I'm talking about, even though it seems like I'm kind of speaking in subliminals. But it's never that deep, and I'm upset that these girls had to go through that. They never should have had to resort to doing something like this in order to join a sorority or any type of group for that matter. It's already bad enough that there are always rumors flying around about the process itself, but now this comes out. This is not good. This is not good at all. And then on top of that, it's a bad look for the school. It's a bad look, like, for the chapter, the organization as a whole, and the school. Like, that's three strikes right there. But whatever comes her way, as well as those other individuals that were involved, is well deserved. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this story down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. The links will be in the description. I'll talk to you in the next one.